When you hear the words Land Rover and key coding, some of us probably will just run to the hills before we ever consider taking on a job like this. And if you don't know why, I think you should stay tuned, because today I have a really great case study that will show you how my client completed his first all keys loss scenario on a 2012 Land Rover Ranger Rover Sport with the IM608. For those of you who don't know, my name is Curtis Harden. Welcome to my channel. I'm an Autel Diagnostic consultant, so I sell this amazing tool and I provide the services that you're going to be seeing in this presentation. And what you'll learn today is the following: how to do an all keys loss scenario. Second, risks involved when doing key coding on certain Land Rover vehicles. Knowing the different methods to read data from certain ECU modules. And then lastly, understanding value-based pricing. Okay, so in this case study, we're going to be using the IM608. The client is in the auto repair industry, and I want to dive deeper in and give you a bit more background on this user profile, because I think most of you guys might relate to him. So he purchased his tools 6 months ago from a local vendor, and he booked a consultation with me, and after diagnosing him, I was able to assess his skill set, which he currently has, which he was mechanical and he had some electrical background. But he was telling me the problems that he was getting. He needed to obtain advanced key coding skills, programming, coding, and the proper diagnostic framework. So he felt that he was at a plateau while owning this tool, and basically I told him I can fill in that gap, and I said, you need to look at me as like a bridge that helps me. I can help you get all those skill sets out of you. Okay. So he's like, well, Kurt, I'm ready to take you on, but I have this job here, and he wants to do this all keys loss scenario with this Range Rover Sport. And I was like, well, we can do that, but there's some risks involved because I've been through this, and this is what could possibly happen. So on some Land Rovers, there's a module called a KVM module. It stands for keyless vehicle module. It's located in the back of the trunk of the Land Rover. And this is what it looks like. Now, when you're doing the relearning process, if you want to add a key or do an all keys loss scenarios, you have to take this module out, and there's going to be some soldering involved where you need to connect it to the XP400 to extract the data and save the file back to the IM608. This is something what I call bench mode. Okay, and it's where you take out the module, you put it on your bench, and you connect it with the wiring diagram. And there's different ways to obtain certain EEPROM information. There's bench mode, there's BDM, that stands for background debugging module, there's boot mode, and then there's through the OBD. Okay, now fortunately in this presentation we're going to be doing it by OBD. Okay, and I told him to tell the risks involved with this client, and I said, look, you can charge your client $500 for this, because if he were to take this to the dealer, they would probably want to make him pay for the KVA module, maybe the keys, and maybe some other modules and stuff like that, and he's probably gonna be looking at like maybe $1,000. So after he got the okay from this client, and we were ready to go, we agreed and we were ready to go. So this is what you guys need. You're gonna need 2 keys. Okay, 2 Land Rover keys. We're going to be using the IM608, and then you need to get the USB cable that comes in your kit. All right, I'm going to show you why. So step number 1, we're going to select Emo Scan. Okay, once we do that, we're going to follow the prompts. You go ahead and press OK. But then what we're going to need to do is connect the USB cable and turn off the Bluetooth. And you're going to see why it's asking us to do this. So the client didn't have the Bluetooth, the USB cable, so I had him go retrieve it. And then once he put it on, then you go right here There it is right there. And to get to the Bluetooth menu, you can click the VCI icon right here at the bottom, okay? And then you're gonna turn the Bluetooth off as instructed. Once that's unpaired, it's gonna take us back to the screen, and then we're gonna click yes. And then the second task is to read and erase error codes, then click key learning, okay? So I'm just gonna pass that up. We're gonna read the code, you can see it there. All right, and then we're done, okay? Now we're gonna click key learning, and then we're gonna select all keys lost. And once we do that, there's gonna be a series of prompts that we just follow the instructions. Was the ignition turn on automatically turn on? You click yes or no depending on the situation. All right, then it gives us the serial number, the part number, the software version, and then after that, we're gonna get a confirmation that the keys were deleted. Now, once it says that, we're gonna start the process of adding the new key. So you're gonna follow the prompts and put one key in your hand and put your thumb on the unlock position. All right, so put the learning key in your hand. All right, and then you're gonna see we're gonna have 5 seconds to do this. And all you're gonna do is click the unlock button until you get a confirmation that it was relearned. Okay, so press unlock. If it doesn't work, just keep on pressing it. Okay, and then once the key is learned, all right, you click yes, put that key away, and then you're gonna repeat the process. All right, simple as that. Now, in this scenario, the client had the key in his hand, but it wasn't relearning, it wasn't connecting it. So I didn't show it here, but we tested the key and it wasn't getting any type of frequency. So I said, look, there might be something wrong with the battery or if the key was faulty. So he ran to the locksmith store, got another key, and then he was able to do the relearning procedure, which is successful on this last one. All right, so there you go, click, 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 boom, you're done. All right, and then after that, all you do is gonna, if you wanna add another key, you click yes, if you don't, you click no, and then that's pretty much it. And then from there, your car will start. Now, this was fantastic because the client, like much as I care about, you know, my client, his client saved, you know, plus minus $600. Okay, I mean, the time to take it to the dealer, that would have been a pain. You got to get a tow truck, all this other stuff, and then you know they don't have your customer's best interest. So this was a win. The second thing was my client earned while he was learning. Okay, $500. So he was elated, and then more importantly, this is a skill set that he can keep. All right, when he gets a Land Rover, he has a bit more confidence that he can take on the job because he kind of knows what he's getting into. Okay, and you can see it wasn't that difficult to do. All right, so everybody won. And you know what, guys, I'm gonna be dead honest. If I just sell one tool and help a guy learn a skill like this, I'm satisfied than selling thousands of tools. This is more gratifying. This is what makes me continue making these videos and continue consulting. Okay, so in summary, this is what I want you guys to remember. If you're new to key coding, choose your jobs carefully. Okay, if key coding is not your strength, there's some manufacturers that are like, you know, not that difficult, but when you get to the European side, they have a really complex immobilizer system, and sometimes you're going to have to probably do some soldering to read the immobilizer data. All right, and second thing, Land Rover keys can be programmed via bench or coded via the scanner through the OBD port. So just keep that in mind. Okay, you need to have some soldering skills sometimes. In this situation, what we just showed you, after identifying the vehicle, select emo scan and make sure the USB cable is connected to the J box and the Bluetooth is off. We did not use a serial programmer for this one, so you do not need to use that. All right, and then lastly, some vehicles that have a high risk associated with them will have a higher reward. Okay, this is where you can use the value-based pricing. If you do the numbers and figure out how much the dealer's charging, you can come down 50% and still make a healthy profit, and your client will see the value in that instead of just having a set price. Okay, it needs to vary depending on the job. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed this presentation, please subscribe to my channel. If you would like to purchase this tool, you can go to my website, book a consultation, and then I'll share with you if this tool is right for you or not. Okay, and with that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.